Okay, can you guys hear me okay?
What'd you say?
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this stupid and janky as all fucking hell. Hopefully it works. Um, this is gonna be a train wreck. Anyway, um, yeah, sorry people listening on the stream. We had to go to a very stupid setup to make this work because for some reason OBS wasn't picking the other people's voices up, even though it was picking mine. Ugh, fuck this nonsense. Linux is like the worst. Ugh, god damn it. Well, it's more like Discord on Linux is just the worst. Like, I mean, I don't know. Whatever.
And this is why I use Windows.
I know, I was using. Oh, nice. Okay, Discord literally just like, I don't know what, maybe like updated while I was talking or something. So, yeah, that was dumb. So it basically disconnected everything.
Fun.
Yeah, I know, it's fucking ridiculous. Anyway, let's just redo this show. I'll do a recap. What happened? What happened?
Try to.
Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna do a recap and then we can restart. Right, 1 minute. I'm gonna meet you guys for now. Oh shit, that's not. Well, at least it's muted. Anyway, so. Right. Yeah, so. Kamen Rider Zi-O, episode 21. The Timejackers try to make a new. Um, well, another rider, but because White Waz is messing with their plans, they're having a hard time, so they have to think really outside the box. They figured that, you know, hey, they can't really destroy a rider who, one, doesn't have a rider, so they can get the watch from, and two, it's from a weird other world that doesn't exist anymore. So they use Kamen Rider Ryuga as their another rider. Interesting plan. Like they almost get away with it, or at least it seems like they've gotten away with it. But then again, this is only part one of a two-parter. Um, Black Waz starts his like counteroffensive against White Waz by trying to jumpstart Oma Day. Um, Sogo actually has decent character moments. Well, to second half of the episode. First half, he's mostly just there to. First half of the podcast, there just to like jumpstart like Gates and Sokiyomi's character. I mean, like Sokiyomi at least do in this episode that was decent, and then White was kind of acts even more, I guess, questionable, but it depends like if that's villainous or not, because like he's probably from a future that like relies on the ends justify the means. Anyway, your thoughts on this episode?
Yeah, I'll just recap all my thoughts. So, yeah, the intro was pretty good. I liked seeing Shinji's actor again. And I think that callback to, all the errors being covered up in newspaper was actually pretty good, because that's how he finds the old Ryuki in the vent deck. I believe that's what it's called. Yeah, I liked Sogo this episode. He's going on me. Gates is, and it's not bad, but he's just like taking it slow, trying to find out what's. And yeah, White Waz is just a creep and would have totally killed Shinji if Gates hadn't tried to stop him. But I did like him getting his butt kicked, and we actually saw what happens when a quiz is not on your side.
Yeah, that was interesting. Also, what was that thing that you said about Gates? Sorry, it kind of just cut out for a second there.
Oh, he's basically just like asking what was, like, is this really a good future to work towards? He's just kind of trying to find out what he wants to do. So it's not terrible, it's just kind of dragging on.
I know, but I mean,
The bosses are definitely the most annoying part of the show right now.
yeah, I mean, to be fair, like I'd rather have Gates ask questions than be just a boring static character. So at least he's trying. Um, right. Okay. I guess we'll just do the callbacks to Ryuki and then we'll go character to character. Yeah. Really nice callback to the first episode. Really nice seeing like Shinji's boss reappear and then Shinji looks weird with short hair. Um, but otherwise he's fine. Like he did a freaking amazing job as Ryuga. It's kind of annoying because it's like it's not normal Shinji because he's lost all his memories. But otherwise it was fine. Like he did a decent job acting. I really want, like I fucking want Shinji's coat. I don't know why. I'm like, oh, that thing looks great. Um, as for like the throwbacks, like yeah, really good throwback to the first episode. I really liked how they did this whole episode where it's like even the like the music cues and everything is like it's totally Ryuki or early Heisei Rider S where it's like it's overtly like, oh, this is a music cue, but I'm like, ah, fuck it, I don't care. It sounds good, use it. Um, and then there was like some of the old locations where they're running around, and then they even mentioned like Aura Journal, which is like, the place like Shinji used to work and all that. That was cool. So like seeing the old locations and like the music cues and all that, and like the callback to the first episode, that was great. Thoughts on this slider or decade?
I don't see much of Ryuki, so I don't know too much about it.
No more thoughts other than that. It was awesome seeing, those old locations again.
Yeah, it was really fun. Okay, so I guess we'll just go character by character. The time jackers because they're basically just here for plot. They don't have much character going on. Like, they were fine. I It's kind of interesting that like even Schwartz is kind of like coming to like he doesn't know what the fuck is going on, and then Uru or whatever blue kid basically figures out this one in a like what like 1,000 chance of getting like the writer that they need, and plus they point out that it's like Sukasa who like gave them the information. I'm like, oh, that piece of shit. He really is more trouble than he's worth. But it does sound like something that asshole would do, which is great. Um, but yeah, they were kind of just there this episode. Thoughts?
Yeah. No, time jackers were there. They brought in Ryuga. That's about all they did.
Okay. So next group of characters, I guess like I'm trying to go like least important to most important. So like I guess the uncle, where it's like, oh, like even I was thinking it's gonna be like a Wajima from Wizard situation where it's like, oh, he could actually work on it and like improve it and stuff. But it's like no, it's like I have no idea what the hell this is. I'm just gonna clean it. And I'm like, oh, is that gonna make it work? And it, like totally fails later on. I'm like, oh, that's great. Uh, yeah. Any thoughts on the uncle?
Well, your thought. You mentioned something about it failing later on. We did get Waz told him that it was supposed to create Oma Zi-O, and we know from the preview that it does not create Oma Zi-O. So the uncle may have had something to do with it. I asked for the wizard connection. Well, the old man from there knew that he was wizard. Sogo's grandfather or uncle or whatever, he doesn't. I forget what the relationship is.
Yeah, it's Soga's uncle. I mean, I meant more like he could work on it even though he didn't fully understand. Like Wajima like could make the rings even though he couldn't like he had no idea what the hell they would actually do. That's why you would always have to give it to Wizard to test that. It's like, hey, I just made the thing, man. Um, next, right. I guess Tsukiyomi. Yeah, let's just go with Tsukiyomi for now. I mean, there's some minor characters too, but like I liked her this episode because they finally remember, oh right, she has tech from the future, right? Like she's actually good at finding people and stuff because like she's the first one who found Sogo. So like they really utilized her pretty well this episode. Um, and I like how they're giving her more scenes where it's like, yeah, with Sogo, she's acting as kind of like the brains. And then with like Gates, she's kind of acting as moral support or like just, just a sister bouncing ideas off and stuff like that. So that was pretty good. Yeah, it's good to see her act. I mean, like, it's good to see Tsukiyomi get plot finally, or at least more usefulness to the plot. Thoughts?
I don't really have any other thoughts, but I would agree with you that it's good to see her utilized better.
Okay. Um, yeah, I guess like they are. No, I guess we'll leave the Ryuki characters till the end. Um, right. So, Black was and White was. I guess we can do here, and then we'll get to like the remaining characters. So Black was like he finally puts his motion plan into motion by trying to start Omar Day. Yeah, it's weird. Like I was thinking it's gonna be the gold form too, but like I think the gold form's gonna definitely be his final form. So like the black and gold one, like Kuga's final form. Um, yeah, I mean, there's no indication that he turned into that same form, right? It just says you just get a power up, right? That's what he's saying. But then again, like you're saying, Slider, like it might be he might get the power up next episode, but there's gonna be something weird about it, where it looks more like Decade for some reason.
Well, we know it was supposed to turn him into Omazeo. Was stated as much this episode.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good point. Anyway, so that's what Bob was like. Because yeah, the ends that's been drilled into him. So like he doesn't care. Like stop being so damn emotional. Just do the job. And he's coming off so harsh, but like he kind of has a point. And that's better than just making him generic evil guy. Plus it gives Gate more stuff to do. So thoughts on Black and White Walls this episode?
Black Was is okay. White Was needs to chill out.
Yeah, I'm glad Black was finally is taking some actions. And I honestly don't know. I'm curious to see what they're gonna do with White Wall in the future, like after Day. That would be interesting.
I mean, I have this feeling that like I mean, I don't know what they're gonna do with him, but as for like it seems like we're cheering for Black Waz because like he's been here longer and is relatively chill, but like to be fair, like if Black Waz gets his way, more people would technically die if the timeline went the same way as the original. So like yeah, White Waz is an asshole, but like less people would die, so it's like it's this interesting point of view. Which, I'm glad is in the show, where it's not just super black and white, even though we have black and white Waz running around. Um, right, next character. Gates. Gates kind of keeps like he's finally has character now in the last couple episodes where it's like um yeah, where it's like he actually questions like what the right thing to do is. Like, would he like kill Sogo or would he let himself die? Is he thinking that's the heroic thing to do, or is he just like backing out of uh, the option of having to kill Sogo? It's like what was he actually thinking this episode? That was kind of interesting. Um, Still not trusting White Waz. White Waz still not super trusting him. White Waz still not super trusting him, but like they try to get like a plan together. Like he realizes that like White Waz has abilities and he can use them. Um, but White Waz again continues to be a guy who does whatever the hell he wants, and is like, yeah, I don't even need the book, man. I can just take care of the problem without any of that. So like Gates had good moments, especially because like Sogo did a really good job of like setting him up in like the first half of this episode. Whereas like I think Sogo had more character stuff going on in the second half. Yeah, thoughts on Gates this episode?
I already said mine.
I liked Gates before. I don't know how much I like him now that he has White Walls on his side. I think that's going to have to see how things go from now on.
Okay. I I'm trying to think who we should do next. And like, well, let's leave Sogo for the end because his story is clearly like a two-parter thing going on. Whereas I think like, actually, I have no idea where the Shinji thing is going. Um, because it seems like, well, like in this episode, it's like it's not even Shinji, it's like the actor and like Shinji's boss, who's like one of my favorite characters. I mean, like I actually really like that actor. Um, because he's in this, he was in Kamen Rider the first as like the bad Kaijin, and then he's in Keitai 7 as like the cool like first user, well not first user, but like the original primary user for KS7 um, before like whatever happens in the first episode. Um, yeah, so he's a great actor. Good to see him back. Having Shinji's actor back was really good. Man, he did such a good. It's kind of sad that we don't get to see like old Shinji personality because like regular dude because his timeline's basically been reset because like they most likely have the right bodies and stuff. Um, yeah, he did a good job. As for plot wise, like Ryuga is just there because he's a strong guy. Like he doesn't have like much of a compass or like, oh, I want to be king. It's more like, yeah, I want to exist now because the he's kind of just his suit was good. That's There we go. It's back. Yeah, Decade, you were saying?
Okay, yeah, I was just gonna say it was good to see their previous writers are still, pretty. We're still pretty optimistic. This wasn't so. It became like kind of paranoid. Him kind of in like a new character, but hopefully he does something important next episode.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, like acting wise, it was really a decent job portraying both very different characters. Um, it's like, oh, what are you another like me from like okay, whatever, man. Let's just work together, like Mary. Um, and it's like, yeah, you're me, or but I'm not you, or something like that. It definitely needs an ass kicking. Especially considering he's about to get a power up, it seems like it's always good to have like having to face himself. Interesting. For yeah, him like he was actually like I feel like in this episode he actually did like what a writer should act. Um, Instead of just being like this episode is like it we're not gonna become like the person's like probably his best episode at this point. I mean no, I mean Soga.
Also,
At least he's here now. At least I feel like he's Kamen Rider material now. Yeah, and yeah, two part. So we'll have to wait and see. I guess I guess like the new form. It's annoying that like ends, but decade or doubles like horn things where they're in the first form and then like split it like he normally has it split in this form, which would have looked better, but I guess they already gave him the split V's for like rider antenna, so I guess we have to settle with this. I mean, other than that, like it looks okay. It doesn't look great. I'm not super jazzed about it, but I'm like, it's Bandai. They're gonna push out a form, or I mean, it's Toei and Bandai. They're gonna push a form if they can. Any thoughts?
well, honestly, I think it'll probably look nicer than his actual decayed form because it's kind of neat but kind of freaky at the same time. So, it'll be interesting. And plus, his sword looks kind of fun. But yeah, as far as it reminds me of, Double's extreme form.
Yeah, with it being split from 1 to 2. The toy collector wonders how big that sword is actually going to get.
What was that, Slider?
I can do the double because it's going from 1 like to 2 belts. The toy collector in me wonders how big that combined sword is going to be in real life.
Uh, Maybe like Host Twin Sword size, which it's an okay size, but it's nowhere near like show size. To be fair, like Ghost's like damn play toy is actually one of the bigger ones, but like yeah, even then it's small. Yeah, that sword looks fun. Suit, I guess I'll have to see it in motion. I mean, at least it's better than being another kickbash like the future riders are, but like, yeah, it's fine. It's not even his final form, so it's okay. Um, yeah. As for the episode, or basically, yeah, I'm waiting to see if Shinji does anything next episode. Like, considering Zi-O, like Soga's getting a power up, it's most likely gonna be a Soga focused episode. In which case, like, hopefully he at this point he needs the power up, but it's not like he's earned the power up. Like he started acting like a writer, but like usually when you get like your mid-season form, you kind of have to like have more of an emotionally driven. So yeah, hopefully that second parter is good also. But this episode was really solid. Yeah, hopefully the next one's also solid. Final thoughts?
Yeah, it was good. I liked another Ryuga suit as well. So, we'll see what happens next episode.
Letter.
I've got nothing.
Okay.
It's part one of 2 parts, so we gotta wait.
Yeah, that's fine. Anyway, thanks for joining us, everyone, and we'll catch you next time.